Hello. All right. So we're kind of already in the thick of things. Sorry, I'm a little later to stream than I had anticipated. I had to do some like fitting stuff that was not appropriate to do on camera. Yeah. And it turns out that the fit on my corset was completely wrong. So I had to like pull pieces apart, and I'm almost done putting it back together. It's always a super fun thing to have happen. Deep breaths. So working on that now. I know. It happens. It's fine. It's a thing. That's all right. It's working out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna keep saying that it'll be fine until everything is fine. I look tired. I have no idea why I look tired. I'm a little tired. Oh, this is pointed in the wrong place. Oh, this is what cosplaying is all about. Caffeine and deadlines. And deciding way too late what cosplay you want to make. It'll be fine. It's like that picture of the dog with the coffee and like the burning building. Fake it till you make it. Heck yeah. Or just keep making it until you make it. That's really like it's really the cosplay motto. Make it until you make it. I need a sticker that says that, or a t-shirt. But yeah, so the corset was way too big. Like way too big. I think it's a combination of, I have no idea actually. I have no idea what happened. I think I've changed shape a bit because like when I made that other corset, I was heavy lifting a couple times a week. And I haven't been doing that. But that's a lot. Also, the other machine decided to give me the middle finger. So, right, exactly. Make it until you fake it because we're faking being superheroes. So I switched to my Bernina, which, despite needing to be serviced, is behaving itself. Considering how nice the machine it is, it better freaking do that.
But that wait is awful. What if you could start saving money on your home's electricity by switching to solar? Just get a solar power system from Solar City.
And luckily I'm covering this in spandex, so no one will see all the crazy things I've done to it.
Go to solarcity.com and start saving on energy.
Hopefully. My concern now is having it be smooth enough for the spandex to lay nicely on it, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Articulated wings. I didn't realize that about the wings you were making. Oh no, wait, I did know that. I knew that. I did know that. Oh, I have dreams of articulated wings someday. All right, making it happen. This is happening. It's a thing. Happening. It's all happening. You told me what you're making them out of, and I don't remember right now because I'm having trouble remembering everything right now. Everything is really hard to remember. I still need to send you my resume too. I have forgotten. I'll try and do that at work tomorrow. I'm sorry. I like how the Bernina looks on camera better. It's like a more elegant machine. Oh, wow, yeah. Wow, really? Muslin and wire for every single feather. That's amazing. I've seen people use craft foam, too, and make that look real. That is not my specialty. It is a more elegant machine. It is. It is. It's like one of the nicest things I own, which is why, I don't know, it makes me nervous sometimes to use it, which sounds ridiculous, I know. So, no podcast tomorrow, guys. FYI, if you guys weren't looking at the schedule. Completely not my fault, like, not because of me. But Stu wants to, like, prep his house for the party on Saturday and stuff. I feel like I should, like, periscope parts of the party. But I feel like that might be dangerous. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Yeah, I've literally taken fabric out of this everywhere it can possibly be taken out of. A kids' party tomorrow. Hi! I did, but barely. I'm sorry. I was planning on starting earlier, but I had to do some fitting with the corset, and that's not camera appropriate. So, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you! I'm going to be doing armor in a little bit, too. I'm excited to do armor. Hello, Double GXD. Alright, what is the Twitch protocol if I know people's real names? Like, I feel like I should just call everyone by their handle, because that's like, I don't know. That's what I do on Twitter. It feels appropriate. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, hello? We're in the home stretch of the corset. Well, not really. I mean, yeah, maybe. I just fixed a major problem, so I feel like I'm in the home stretch, even though I just, like, took a giant detour. This is, like, the scenic route to finishing a corset. Ridiculous, stupid scenic route that I never want to take again, ever. Ever. I'll never take this road again. I say that, but I'll fuck it up again the next time. Oh, no. I'm like, here's this person's full name and their social security number. No, definitely not. Following total atomic annihilation, it may fall to you to save the great nation. That's why I also, like, when I have time, need to, like, expand on my playlist. Because it seemed like an hour and a half of music would be enough. Not true. Not true. Alright, well, I'll just stick with handles for now. Oh, so special. You're quite swell. I know, yeah, that's why I'm sewing like a crazy person, is for the LA Comic-Con this week. So, yes. Although at this point, actually, just like burning this in a giant pile and then just painting minis on Sunday sounds sort of like a great idea. But I'm not going to actually listen to that voice in my head right now. Not right now. But yes, I want to make the next one. We were talking about when the November one was. I was talking about it with Iron Tusk yesterday. So, yes. And yeah, and at some point I need to be on a different show too. Like one of the regular gaming shows again. Yes, your job in the chat room tonight is to prevent me from starting a bonfire. Pins, painful pins. Alright, this fits better. I don't know if you can see. Actually, hey, I can kind of use that as a mirror. That's helpful. Look at that. And that's no boning yet, but that's okay. Yeah, Kamikaze. Well, it's not Kamikaze anymore. They just renamed it. But yeah, it's a fair. I mean, it's like a mid-level con. It's nowhere near as big as like Comic-Con San Diego or something. But yeah, living in California, I'm a little spoiled, I guess. All right, I'm really tired. Yeah, your dancing and singing will be inflicted upon you. I'm sorry. That's what happens when I'm tired and I have caffeine. All right. All right. Happening. It's all happening. It's a good one, though. There's tons of cosplayers that go to this one, which is fun. I also can take the metro, which is super helpful. I don't have to pay a gazillion dollars for parking. Yeah, you should totally go. It's like, it's so fun. And yeah, it's literally like, it's at the LA Convention Center. Like, I'm not 100% sure where you live, but you could probably Uber or take a metro there. All right, this is a different machine. This is a serger. And this is sort of a cheaty way of doing this. Yeah, this is a big cosplay one. Thank you, Bernina. You served me well. Yeah, there's a lot of cosplayers that go to this one. I think just because there's a lot of cosplayers in LA. It's kind of like our home convention. Oh, Burbank, yeah. Yeah, you could totally metro. I live in North Hollywood and I metro it, which is totally fun because I'm in like full costume. Last year people kept asking if I was working on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm like, no. I'm not one of the Chinese theater poser people. That's not me. Sorry, I'm plugging in my machine. This is excellent Twitch TV. Great content. Oh, there we go. Okay. I love Burbank. It's very fun. I was there a little while ago. Like an hour. No, okay. Yes, it was a little more than an hour ago. Let's see. I was gonna like not do this. I was gonna just work on armor tonight, but oh yeah? Yeah, totally. I went to a place in Burbank today called Foam Mart. That's where I get the foam to make my armor. Oh yeah, downtown Burbank is amazing. Super, super great place. I probably live like, well, I live 10 minutes from everywhere in Burbank basically, so maybe 15 if like there's bad traffic. Living in downtown areas of just about anywhere is nice though. Alright, I'm gonna wait and do that last. Alright. Oof. But yeah, LA Comic-Con is very fun. It's a good convention. Last year was a little spread out, and that wasn't super great for cosplayers particularly, because there was a lot of walking involved, which isn't super helpful, especially because most cosplays have really crappy shoes. But yeah, actually have pretty good shoes for this cosplay. I'm actually very excited about that particular part of it, because usually I'm in heels, and that just blows. So you can see this is a serger, and you use this to finish off edges and bind edges together. So it sews it, but it also like puts an edge on it so it won't fray, and just keeps it like a nice clean edge. Generally, I wouldn't do this with a corset, but since I'm just covering this one with spandex, it doesn't really matter. Usually I like to bind the edges with I don't know, some type of ribbon or bias tape. But yeah. 11th hour, beggars can't be choosers. Orange County. Oh, I love Orange County. I loved living in Orange County. I think that might be because just I went to college there, so it's like fond memories of that. But oh, look at that. That's like not a great angle for it to actually sew it. Okay, there you go. I really hope nobody who actually knows anything about cosplay is watching, because they're gonna be like, what the F is she doing? That's ridiculous. It's a little bit of jury rigging at the moment, so let's all just hang in there and hold on to your butts. Hi, Snowman. Yes, this is an overlock machine, also called a serger. Nice. I lived in Fullerton. So fun fact, overlock sergers are pains in the butts to thread, like ridiculous. So I actually have two, one in white and one in black, so I never, ever, ever have to thread them. So whether I'm sewing stuff that needs overlocking in white, or if I need stuff that needs overlocking in a dark color, I always am ready for it. Ooh, that did not turn out the way I wanted to. That's okay. I'm mostly just nervous, like my friend Lauren, who like makes corsets for a living, and has given me lovely compliments in the past on my work, is gonna be like, oh my god, I take everything back. I tuned into your Twitch stream, and I can't even be your friend anymore. Just kidding, that's not gonna happen, but. Ah, I see. Well, I don't think we actually had a crowd. I think we had a lot of polite people who were watching Saving Throw Show who just didn't turn it off. So, that's sweet of you. But I'm always happy that you're here.
Then Joel McHale takes on millennials in the new series, The Great Indoors.
I am not going to stay shackled to a desk with a bunch of kids who think North Face is a celebrity baby.
There's no debate. CBS Tonight is great.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, changing the color is insane. Like, it is the worst thing. It's super weird what it does to the camera. Alright, so I'll see you later, Sployd. Sorry I didn't end up streaming earlier than I anticipated. So I kind of had snacks. I didn't really have dinner, and now like somebody's barbecuing or something, which is weird because it's sort of raining outside. Or at least it was rainy. I don't know if it's raining. Now I'm like super hungry. Unless it's like my machine smoking or something. Yeah, and well, and it's like, like it makes it like weird. I don't know. This is the serger / overlock machine. Night. Yeah, it's a finisher. It kind of finishes the edges, although, like, it's not gonna actually show at all because it's gonna be under the cover. And actually under armor too. So it'll be under the spandex cover and under armor. I really want to start the armor. I'm tired of sewing. But that's okay. It's important. So yeah, it just kind of finishes the edges. Ta-da! Ooh, roast chicken sounds good. That's a good healthy choice too. Moments like this, you're like sewing and oops, this is camera's moving everywhere. But suddenly you're like, you know, the character's really just wearing a t-shirt. Like I could have just worn a t-shirt. Alright, my overlock machine does not like this corset very much. It's okay. It is what it is. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go get the boning. And we're gonna start boning this sucker. But I will start armor tonight. I have to. Or I'll do the shoes next, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Probably should start the armor. I feel like that's gonna be harder. I always try and do the harder stuff first, because when I'm really tired tomorrow, I will want that. Well, all right. Oh, thank goodness. Harder first and nice and easy at the end. Pretty much everything. Pretty much. Wouldn't say everything. All right. Boning, which is actually you're harder first and nice and easy at the end, And then the boning, and it's just hilarious. The jokes write themselves, people. So yeah, ta-da! Just goes up like that. Oh, it needs to be a little shorter than that, actually. Those are the same. Those are not the same. You want to leave enough at the bottom that you can seal it. Plus, I think I'm going to have to trim it at the bottom. That's something I've heard. I cannot actually, in good conscience, as a history teacher, say that that's what they did. They did use whalebone and like baleen. They didn't use actual whale bone, but the baleen flexible streamers or strainers of the whales. Like they're like the whale's teeth. They used to use those. See, you know my dirty sense of humor so well. Alright, so I don't have boning on the sides now because I had to cut this all apart. What to do? I think I will need to add channeling, which means back to sewing. It was free for a moment. Yeah, they're kind of like teeth. I mean, they're not used for chewing, they're used for straining the krill out of the water. They're sort of like spaghetti strainers. All right. I really had dreams of finishing all of this tonight so that I could just sit and play Skyrim tomorrow because I just downloaded the new high-res version of it with all the new textures. I was really, really excited about that. But that is not to be. That is not my fate. Baleen, yes. No. Yeah, most of the larger whales have it. Humpback whales, blue whales, gray whales. Scary sound of me ripping apart all my work from yesterday. Oh.
Over ocean civilizations behold the UK taking control, a naval nation of old built on a foundation of coal that was taken and sold so they
Yeah, very cool whales.
to make the altars that they failed to use to pray for the souls who excavated and rolled trains into stations to mold the
I actually almost became a marine biologist. But then when I had my car accident, I wasn't able to dive anymore. So I realized I didn't want to be a lab marine biologist. I wanted to be one of the ones like I saw on TV, like out in the wild. So once I had my car accident, my lung was punctured, so I wasn't able to go diving anymore. Although supposedly now it's been over 10 years, so now supposedly my lung should be healed, so I have to look into that. Super random facts about me, sorry. Yeah. That's okay. I went into education, got a master's degree. It all worked out. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was really career yet. I was interning for a marine biotoxicologist, which was fascinating. Lots of filing and organizing of like research pictures and stuff like that, taking care of fish tanks. It was really neat. But yeah. My life isn't better or worse, it's just different. Don't cosplay Krill. Yeah, that would be a little nasty. Damn it. It's very interesting. People are dropping in and they're like, what? This is the most boring thing I've ever watched. It's just frustrating because I feel like I should have finished this at least yesterday. And then to have it, like, to have me... I knew last night when I kind of held it up at the end of the stream, like it wasn't what I expected it to be, and something was weird. So then this afternoon when I got home from buying the foam and stuff and I tried it on, I was just like, oh, everything is wrong. All right. Oh no, I'm picking from yesterday. I had to... Here, let me show you my awesome mistakes. So, you can see here, this is where the bone channeling was yesterday. This is where the metal pieces would go. It should look like this over here. So there's the little stitches on each side that keep the bone in place. This one, because it was too big, I had to take it in. So now this bone channel was like all the way to the side and cut off. So now I pulled out the stitches there, and I'm going to make a new bone channel right here, up along the side. It's not like ideally where it should be, but it's better than not having boning. And really, the jokes just write themselves. Now I get to turn on the iron and do more ironing. That's super exciting, right? Right? Everybody wants to watch ironing. Like, literally watching people iron. Me, specifically. So, oh well, that's okay. It'll just be a minute, because I just have to press the seams down before I sew on it a little bit more. That way I make sure that they are all straight and correct, because they should be straight and correct. And put the sewing machine back, because sewing in a minute. Putting the serger away, because don't need the serger now. This is the one thing about streaming that, like, is kind of annoying, is generally all this stuff has a place and I just walk from machine to machine. But streaming, I have to move the machines to me so that they're in the front of the camera. Ironing is awesome! The mistake was maybe in patterning? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't have been in patterning. I did a few little adjustments by eye after I copied the pieces, because I thought I'd messed up, and maybe I didn't mess up the first time. Maybe I messed up by trying to fix what I thought was messed up. We'll figure it out. So it looks like a dragon on here. I know I keep saying that, but look at that. Look at that. It's like a dragon's face. The eyes, and then like the nose. Even the little nostrils. Alright, sorry. Yeah, You know, I'm sort of burned out on all the cameras with Happy Jacks. Because, God, it's hard to get all that stuff synced. It's such a pain.
Why not hand out frozen pizza from Trader Joe's? Not just any frozen pizza. Trader Joe's organic.
So having one camera that all I have to do is worry about having the one that's facing my mouth synced is the best thing ever.
Each organic 3-cheese pizza for $4.49 every day. For the location of the Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, check us out at Trader
And not having to worry about anything else is the best. I'm going to iron it really flat because I really need it to be as flat as it can be before I cover it with the spandex. While that iron is heating up, I'm going to do a test. Yes. I have no idea if this will work, so bear with me a little bit. That's because I wasn't there to fix everything for them. I didn't realize until I watched that later, like how reliant on me Stu has become. So here's my test. While the iron's heating up, I'm testing my idea for armor. So I have foam, and then this is the fabric that I bought that looks like metal. So what the idea is just I'm gonna glue the fabric to the foam. So look at that, ooh, shiny, nice. So that'll be fine. But I also want to kind of get the character's breastplate. If you look on the picture over here, over there, right here. Let's see, over here. This picture right here. She's got kind of like the W in there. Ooh, that's very scary. It's kind of got like the patterning in it. So I want to test. I might break my machine. This is exciting. But I usually don't make cartoony, poofy looking armor. So we'll see how this works. I also have never worked with this fabric before. So we'll see. This actually kind of has the look I want. Actually, worked better than I thought it would. Well, I mean, I hoped it would work. So from far away, it kind of looks like... Looks pretty good. You can kind of see the pattern of it. It did leave like little marks, but not bad. It actually came out nice. I didn't think it would. So I'd have to start in the center and then slowly pull it tight as I sewed the other ones. That's eventually what the double U will look like. It'll be kind of precision stitching. And I can glue it down too in between, so that'd be good. Does that look okay? What do you guys think? Yeah, well, it's stretchy fabric. It's like spandexy. Can't see it, sorry. So I bought it specifically for that. So the idea is like, it won't stretch too much because it's just going to be sitting like right here on my shoulders. But like it bends pretty well. Like here. Yeah, that way. So this is for right here. This person, she's got that kind of wing chest piece thing. And then I just wanted a way, because it's got like the little W marks in it if you look close. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Which I think will be more prominent in pictures and stuff than if I just like carved it in. Well, even that would take a long time anyway. And this will make it be a lot lighter and won't have to be as thick a thing. All right. So now next thing. Okay. Oh, back to, actually I'm gonna iron again. This is the part where it gets kind of like, everything's a little bit like fly by the seat of your pants, get whatever you can at that particular moment done. Hey there. I'm ironing. I know it's super interesting. Sorry. But I just finished stitching some of the last part of the corset. And I'm making it as flat as I possibly can before I put the boning in. Hey! Welcome to the chat. Welcome to all the stuff. So one of the most important things while you're sewing things is to make sure everything's laying correctly. And often that means like laying flat. Because fabric bunches, it bends, it starts to crinkle, all these things. And if you sew stuff while it's like that, it can become permanent. And you can get these really awful wrinkles or gathers or gaps and all these things that you very much don't want. Ironing! I hate ironing in real life, like in my daily life. I think it's because I wear like business attire all the time, so it's like it just sucks. I don't like it. I don't mind it for costuming. I like it then. But you know, costuming makes everything better. Really just trying to get, especially for the corsets, you want them to be as like streamlined and flat as you can. So if you don't really press the seams, they can just be thicker than you want. They can have wider spots, and the whole point of the corset is to not have wider spots, right? I'm having trouble reading. Oh, you have a steamer. Nice. They do, and I have a lot of ironless business wear. I buy it specifically. I also buy the business wear that you have to, that you can wash it just however, because I also hate dry cleaning, because I inevitably forget that I took the dry cleaning in, and then I'll be like looking everywhere for something, and then suddenly I'll be like, wait, I think that's been at the dry cleaner for like 2 months. Yeah, steamer is amazing. Unfortunately for like sewing projects, not so hot because it doesn't press things flat. The wrinkle's out, but oh, that's so much better. Sorry, I can't see the chat from over there. I don't like it. A magic triangle that makes the fabric flat. So satisfying. Very true. So, for those of you who maybe didn't hear earlier or whatever, this is for cosplay for this weekend. I'm wearing this to Los Angeles Comic-Con, the convention formerly known as Kamikaze, I guess. Is that, I don't know how, it's so odd. It's been Kamikaze for so long, and now it's not, and it's weird. I don't like it. I don't like change. Just kidding. It's fine. I hate ironing the boob cups. It's just like a little awkward for everybody involved. But we want it to be, especially this part, we want it to be as flat as possible. Since I'm covering it with spandex to give it the comic booky look of the character down below the Wonder Woman. Trying to iron and press all the seams as flat as I can so I don't get seam lines in them. Because really, the most annoying thing about trying to make comic book characters is they never have any seams in their clothes. Unless Alex Ross drew it. Because he's nice, and he has seams in his clothes. And he's the best. I love that sizzling sound when like the iron hits the water in the wet parts. All right. Oh, that looks so much better. Okay. Now, actually, the last thing I'm going to sew on this will be, well, the last thing I'll sew on this will actually be the cover, but, all right, it's looking good. Right, I know. I know, there's no need for seams when it's just, you know, on a page in a comic book. But I would find it super helpful as a cosplayer. And I don't know why everyone doesn't just, you know, do what I want. Just kidding. Look at this. We have lots of like comings and goings tonight in the chat room. That's very exciting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I guess Thursday night is a good night to stream, eh? So, going to sew in, oops, actually, seam ripper. My services as a consultant. Hello, DC Comics. I would like to offer myself as, you know, someone you could hire for a position you didn't even know you need. I actually did design an outfit for DC Comics. They used in a comic book, though. When I made, a couple years ago when the DC Bombshells came out. It's a series they did. I don't know if you read comic books. A bunch of my friends were doing cosplays of all the Bombshell characters. And I was mad because one of my favorite characters, Barda, didn't have a design. So I made up a design and made the cosplay. And I wore it to Comic-Con. And the guys at the DC booth saw it, and one of them happened to be working on that project. So, yeah, they ended up using my design. And so if you buy a DC Bombshells book that has Big Barda in it, that is me. Well, not me, but my design. It is almost exactly what my cosplay was. They had me go in there. I brought pictures, the whole thing. Very fun, very fun. It's nice. It was super rewarding to like contribute to the actual canon kind of story of my own favorite characters, which is cool. Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I don't. It's hard to tell because people like are different. The bottom left of the stream, right? Oh, no, that is my this one. That's my classic Big Barda. That's the same character. But my Bombshell Big Barda looks like a 50s pinup. Yeah, the same character though. That's her actual outfit. That's what she generally looks like in the comics. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. How dare you not have everything about that character memorized? You were able to identify her, which is more than a lot of comic fans, actually. Just too bad, because she's an awesome character. Awesome sauce. So awesome. Need to get more of the DJ Cutman music in here. It's so, like, good for working, but also, like, good to have, you can have a conversation with it without feeling like you're shouting over people. And yeah, I have ads. Sorry, guys. Maybe when I become a famous Twitch streamer, I'll be able to afford, you know, Spotify just for streaming, which is the only thing I use it for, and like pay for it. But not now.
Like Snickers, M&Ms, Kit Kats, and Reese's. Because any extra candy becomes my candy. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Now with card and coupon, Hershey's and Mars snack size
Yeah.
bags are $2.29. Valid October 30th only.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that picture. So do I know you as Snowman134? Because obviously, like, we've interacted. That's the thing with Twitch. I like worry. I'm like, what if like people I really know show up and I don't even know it's them? It's like, I don't want them to be offended. Yeah. This is a mix of what used to be my workout mix. I wrote a bunch of the people. I was like, so I'm a total fangirl for your music. Can I pretty please use it if I stream? And a couple of them wrote back, and those are the people who are on my channel. So far, I uploaded a bunch of stuff to YouTube today too, and mostly they've been cool, except they flagged my band songs. So it's like the songs I wrote are the ones that I'm getting flagged for on YouTube. I'm like, really? That's ridiculous. I went through all this trouble to get written permission from all these artists just in case I got flagged. And so now it's like I have to write my own letter like, hey, I wrote this song. That's me singing the second verse. I give myself permission to use this song. The other machine doesn't do that. It makes it all warpy. Sorry. So if I stay slow enough, it doesn't seem to do it. Alright, I'm new to Twitch. What does the little picture thing mean? Don't they all mean something? I mean, some of them are just, you know, like emotes, emojis, but... Alright. All happening. It's finally starting to look like it's coming together too, thank goodness. Oh, yeah. Hey. Thanks for tuning in. That's cool. It's funny, like, how often we end up talking about gaming in this stream, in this channel, instead of cosplay. So, welcome. You're very, very welcome. Nice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're here. It's always, I don't know, surprising to me her like interested. Although I love watching other creative streamers, like cosplayers especially. So I don't know why I'm saying nice. But I don't know. It's always interesting. Alright. Now let's see. I'm going to put in the boning. Don't need the sewing machine for that. So all the channels are sewn in. Everything's pressed flat. Uh-oh, robot voice. Yeah. Says that. Is it better? Oh, thank you so much for hosting me again. Uh-oh, my little thingy didn't go off. That's weird. Oh, there's a follow alert. I wonder where the host alert went. It's being weird. Oh well, but thank you so much. And thanks for the new follows. Yeah, my audio does that every once in a while. Like randomly, I will be robot gimme. But it seems to be like super fleeting. So I blame that on buying super cheap wireless mics. Oh, it did? Oh, good. I think I must have missed it then. That's my favorite one because it's Wonder Woman flying. I just had the right boning out, and then I forgot. Where do I put it? Oh, this one, I think, is this one. Yes, okay. So now, you can see here. So these are the boning channels. This is just literally 2 stitches down. And then we just slide the boning up in between. There's 2 layers here. So it's made a little tunnel for the boning to slide up. And that is what's going to give the corset its strength. Push it all the way up in there. Ta-da! First one. And now we do all the rest. Yeah, you know what? I started off streaming with a headset, but that wasn't super conducive to me moving around, since that's super important for me to do while I'm working on projects, and especially when I start using sorry, having to concentrate and make sure I get the right lengths of everything. Since that's super important for me to make sure that I'm being safe, especially when I'm using power tools and stuff like that, which I do with, you know, fairly regularly. So I really wanted to get wireless mics so that I have my hands free. Unfortunately, wireless mics are expensive, so I had to get a little bit less expensive ones. So every once in a while I sound like a robot. Maybe we should come up with like a drinking game for it or something. Seems like a reasonable solution. Did I pick the wrong one? That's all. Stu's songs too. I always get dinged for Stu's songs. I'm like, I totally have permission to use those. Right, yeah, the loose chords. And the first day I streamed, I had my like gaming headset on, and I'd run the wire underneath the table, and every once in a while I'd be like, I need to get something. Whoa! So that didn't work out well. Plus, I record the Happy Jack's hot seat here. I feel like I need that to go up all the way. Sorry, thinking. Alcohol isn't bad. It's just not always good for cosplay progress. We'll just say that. Wine actually only has about 5 carbs per glass. Even white wine. I don't know if I have any long ones. Bummer. So, you guys, what do you guys usually watch on Twitch? Are you all people who love watching creative? Are you usually game watchers who are just like, I wonder what this crazy woman is doing. I think I will watch her for a while. Sweet wines maybe, but just regular red and white wines. Like, as long as you're not talking about dessert wines, they're pretty much universally about 5 carbs a glass. So, not terrible. Yeah, creative is, I don't know, it's kind of fascinating. If I'm going to watch a video game, I'm just going to play the video game. That's my thing. I think... to try something. Yeah. All right, back to the sewing machine. Tabletops. Happy Jack's RPG podcast. I'm a little biased. I think those are the best. It's been like an intense week. Like this is sort of like my first week streaming. And with like this crazy deadline, I've been streaming for like many, many hours a day. So it's kind of like a jumping in the deep end of Twitch. But I feel like I'm starting to get all the stuff, all the different like tech elements are finally falling into place, other than random robot voice once in a while. So if you don't know, I stream creative, but I'm part of a tabletop gaming podcast, and generally we stream multiple times a week, except Halloween week, because we're all children and we are really excited about Halloween and prepping for parties and making costumes. I know. Well, I feel like it's maybe like, I don't know, like starting my stream career with dessert. It's like, here is what it's like when I stream all the time, like all the time. Then I'll like settle into a schedule. And then another convention will come around and I will stream constantly, like 24/7. That's kind of how the cosplay world works, actually. All right, so I decided I had the boning stopping here on this corset, that's up here by the cup. But I think I want it to go all the way up higher. So I'm just going to mark that. I should have sewn it like that to begin with. But I didn't. So I'm fixing that now. Fixing it, fixing it, fixing it. But I do stream. I'm not this week, but generally I stream Happy Jack's RPG podcast like at least twice a week too. So you can see me there, and I always host it here. But definitely follow, if you like tabletop gaming, follow Happy Jack's RPG live, because most of the time that's me anyway. I'm not going to sew on top of the cup there. Yeah, so I'm using two different types of boning in my corset. This is what we call spring steel boning, straight steel boning. I like using 1/2 inch because it's overkill. I don't know. And so this will be in the front and the back on either side of the grommets. And then I'm using spiral steel boning as well. So it's a kind of a combination. This is much more flexible. So this is generally around the sides to... and that combined with the thick canvas, or this is actually what we call duck cloth, will kind of hold me in. This will be like, look at her tiny waist. Not actually, because this corset is actually not super dramatic, because it's like a kid cartoon character, and I didn't want it to be super sexy and pin-up-y. Just kind of do a little bit of, you know, control. And it's very structured looking, even though it's supposed to be a t-shirt. So it will eventually hopefully look like a t-shirt. I'm gonna sew little t-shirt sleeves on it and the whole thing, so it should be fun. So I swear, so corsets a lot. This one's a little bit different though, because it has, yeah, it's like shaping, because it has the sleeves up here, and it's just a little bit of a different fit. So I've had to adjust it after the fact more than I really like doing. I based it, the pattern I made originally for this corset, which I love. I'm always proud of this corset. It's a little bit wrinkly right now, but I did this for BlizzCon last year. And the back is really pretty. And it's a total pain to sew plastic purple alligator hide on velvet, by the way. Just don't ever make that choice in life. Oh no, it's great to ask questions. I love that. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'm actually, well, I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm a dean, like I run a school. So education and asking questions is sort of a specialty of mine. I have a master's degree in it, so I definitely don't mind questions at all. So welcome, and feel free to ask all the questions that you'd like. I feel a little bad because like I said, this is a little bit of a weird experiment that I'm sort of modifying. So I feel like I promise I know what I'm doing. I promise that I do not jury rig as much as it seems like I do right now.
Only those who dare drive the world forward. Introducing the first ever Cadillac XT5, a crossover with style, power, and technology. Designed so
Yeah,
you
thanks for
focus
being
on
here.
what lies ahead.
I always appreciate when people are hanging out. It's funny, I actually find that I'm much more productive. I've been talking to people about this in the stream this week, like on Twitch. Because sometimes when I'm sitting in here by myself, like I'll put on Netflix or I'll just start checking Facebook or whatever. No problem. I actually posted the other streams on YouTube that I've been doing, and it's just YouTube/Golden Lasso Girl on YouTube, so you can kind of see. You don't have to obviously go through and watch the hours and hours and hours of progress, but if you kind of wanted to see how it went, eventually I will also write a tutorial about corset making, but I haven't. It's gonna be a very long tutorial, but I do have tutorials also on my blog, goldenlasso.net. So if you're interested in making a bustle skirt or something like that, I have tutorials for that. Come on, you can do it. Nope, it didn't do it. Darn it. Oh wait, maybe it did. Maybe it did part of it. That's good. That's a lot of fabric right there for a machine to stitch through. So it kind of rebelled. It was like, no. Right? The pressure? Oh yeah, thank you for posting the link. Well, it keeps me focused. Like instead of sitting and like, oh, I'm watching, you know, the Tudors for the 10th time because that's what I watch when I sew generally. Or like getting involved in some ridiculous, you know, Facebook thread or whatever. It's like, hey, this is me. I'm actually getting stuff done. Oh, that's one of the reasons it broke. That's not good. Oh. I put the bobbin on up there, or the thread on there, upside down up there. Here we go. Let's try again. Take 2. Or 50, actually, probably is a better number. More accurate. Come on, Bernina. You can do it. There you go. Good girl. Sorry. I talk to my machine sometimes. It's a little weird, I know. But we've spent many, many hours together. We're very close. Not like my stupid other machine I don't like. Sorry, my other machine betrayed me earlier today, so it's over there on the floor. Bad singer. All right. I need more caffeine, I think. What do you think, guys? More caffeine? More caffeine. I think more caffeine. More caffeine? Really love that song, actually. It's got like such a cool kind of hook. The sounds and the singing of the backup singer is pretty awesome. Always more caffeine. Yes, absolutely. Is it Kate the Crusader? I'm having trouble reading it from all the way across there. As he reaches for his dice. Will more caffeine make the machine talk back? That has not happened yet. And I'm definitely not as tired as I have been at other points in my sewing career. So I'm going to say no. And if this is his last stand, well, that's just how the story goes. Oh. Yeah, so okay, so as far as, in your expert opinion, as long as the machines aren't talking back, I'm good. Man, I bought really weird... I mean, these are the usual lengths of boning that I use, but they're not what I need right now. That's alright, we'll make it work. Yep, that's Heather. This is the ones one of the ones I keep getting flagged for too. I'm like, really? Can you stop flagging me for my friend's song? I do keep. I make a lot of corsets, and I also do. Oh God, I do bodices for the Renaissance Fair, and it's like it's a precaution. I'm like, there's always like the one size I need, and it's always the one size I don't have. So I just have like an accoutrement of boning. There we go. And I just have it there always. Heather has an amazing voice. It's closer than I want it to be to edges, but it's alright. His charisma check. And this is where all the different... There we go. All right. Come on. You can do it. Do it. Okay, there. Yeah, that's sort of my planning process. Is just have them all. That way... inevitably, when it's 2 in the morning and I'm trying to finish a cosplay and I thought I had the right length and then I don't, you know, lose my mind more than I already have. You know, it's all relative. Using clips. Yeah, I have big clippers that I use to shorten them a lot. I've done that quite a few times. I also, like what I'm doing right now, like I don't have one that's quite long enough. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit since I have to have this done by tomorrow. Oh yeah, no, I don't like cutting them. I hate it, in fact. So anyway, for this, I'm going to tape it until I can get the right length. So I'm typing 2 together. It actually holds very well. It'll be totally fine for the convention this weekend. And then what I'll do is I'll just pull out the stitches at the very bottom after the convention this weekend, and then just put in the right boning when I actually get the real length. Because unfortunately, you can't really buy boning very easily. It's such a pain. You have to get it online. So I hope you all respect me for my honesty. And yeah, that's totally jinky to do that. But it'll work. It makes it work. All my corseting friends, if they see this, are gonna be like, "You two, what? We're so horrified. We're never gonna speak to again." And I'll cry, and I'll be like, "No, it's just for a little while." Luckily, the bottom of the corset's super easy to open and adjust and stuff. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They're so much harder to get than they should be. Especially, I mean, like, I live in LA. Like, we have a gigantic fabric district. Sometimes I can find boning, but it's always super jacked up in price. And there's always very little selection. It's almost never, like, it's always the opposite kind of that I want. Like, if I'm looking for spring steel, they always have spiral. And if I'm looking for spiral, all they have is spring steel. Total respect for my MacGyvering my corset together. That should be my new handle. Golden Lasso MacGyver. And you take the right. And remain out of sight. Oh, I didn't sew over here. That's why that's doing that. Oops. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when I've been doing this for days. Oh, 45 minutes. Yeah. I try never to use plastic boning. I saw too many awful experiences when I used to work at the Renaissance Fair of contorted plastic corsets that warped in the heat, and it's like traumatizing to me. I haven't. Is there a new MacGyver show? I don't know. I was unawares. Oops, there we go. Eh. Oh no, I'm sure the old show does not hold up. I mean, come on. Interesting. Hey, we have 44 people following the channel now. That's exciting. CBS, okay. I don't actually get regular TV channels. Aww. I think I think we've all done weird things at some point in our costuming careers. It's like, it just doesn't quite work out the way we want, or we think we know how to do something. God. So many things, so many times. I know, a lot of the cosplay, or not cosplayers, a lot of the women I know who do fair swear by those giant zip ties you can buy at like Home Depot. They say that those are like appropriate and can be used as boning. At least if you're not looking for something that's like super structured. I tend to like tons and tons and tons of boning in all my stuff. I don't know why, because I'm not especially gifted up top, but I think I don't know, I like the structure of the clothing. I don't know. There we go. Honor challenged ways. Yeah, like the big ones. Yeah. Supposedly there's like industrial ones that are supposed to be really thick or something. I don't know. Alright, so bunny in the front. There. Bunny in the back. And if you miss a dice roll, he may just end up dead. Don't forget about his backstory. Oh god, I forgot the words to this one. Yeah, I don't know. There's something very... I don't know. I immediately go to, like, educational terms. Zip ties are the best for so many things. No, it's great. I'm gonna be making a bodice for Ren Fair in the spring. So maybe we can make new ones together. That would be fun. Like dual streaming, like gamers can stream their games against one another, and you and I can. Oh, I need to trim that before I do that. And you and I can stream our sewing versus each other. You're not rambly. You're totally not rambly. Don't worry about it. That's the whole fun of Twitch, is like the interaction, the talking. Any problem is solved. That'd be super cool. Yay! Saving Throw Show is hosting me again. Yay! Did you guys see the thing? I'm not seeing the hosted flying Wonder Woman. I'm not seeing her. Maybe it takes a minute? Maybe I just wasn't looking? Maybe it doesn't work if it's... I don't know. If you've been hosted too many times by them before? Oh, I don't think it worked that time. I don't think that thing's working. I'm gonna have to test it. I know, I'm so depressed too. I saw the follow one earlier. Welcome people from Saving Throw Show. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Kimmy. I'm hosted a lot by Saving Throw Show. I occasionally participate in their games and such things, which is very fun. And I'm working on a corset for like the 12 billionth day in a row. Maybe not 12 billionth. Oh, don't get your duct tape. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with the duct tape, I guess. Alright. Oof. So here's like the weird shaped corset. Move my machine. Ah, see, with all the boning, it starts to actually feel like a corset. Well, it felt like it was going to close earlier, so we'll see if it closes. A little bit. It really does look like a dragon. Oops, my cord's stuck in it. All right, let's see.
Halloween reminds me it's time to go to Walgreens because I don't want to be known as that house. You know, the one that runs out of candy and hands out pennies.
Yeah.
No one wants to be
thanks.
that house. That's why I take a quick
I'm
trip
glad
to
it's
Walgreens
working
for
at this
great
point.
deals on all
I
my
was a
favorite
little
candy.
frustrated yesterday when the stream ended.
Kit Kats and Reese's.
Feeling much better now, which is always helpful. It's always nice to just feel okay about it.
At the corner of happy and healthy.
Now with card and coupon, Hershey's and Mars snacks.
Oh my gosh, it's already 9:30. How did that happen, you guys? How did that happen? All right. Bring over my trusty mannequin. I have tomorrow to sew as well, or to finish, but I still have to finish my boots and my armor. And I was dumb, and I told a friend that I'd help them with their costume because I'm dumb. So there's lots of things to do. So we'll see. We'll see what all happens. It'll be fine. Now this is a little bit weird because the mannequin, the body doesn't give like mine. Like, actual women, when they put on a corset, their boobs kind of like move. But my mannequin is made of plastic, so her boobs will not move. I'm modifying the boots. Is the figure true to me? Yes, I actually used a, you can buy a kit it's like called My Body Double or something like that, and it makes the mannequin exactly you, but again, it's plastic, so while of course it would squeeze my waist in, the mannequin can't do that. Like, it doesn't give. So while it's my shape and I can use it for some things, it's still a little tricky to do corsets and bodices and stuff with that. This will be helpful though for my armor, which is why I'm putting this on here. Look at that! Look at that! Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, they you always show up to the dirty stuff. Darn plastic boobs. They don't move at all. Somebody break a good diamond sword. A lot of things. Actually, a huge number of things move when you're wearing a corset. On the woman. It happens. Things move on guys too, but that's not my thing. Well, it's my thing, but never mind. I'm gonna stop. Yes, an organ to adjust, definitely. Shizzle. Robot to me. There's that better? Better, no, better. Better. Yay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So now, I'm trying to decide how to do the foam. I'm gonna, oop. So this is my foam. There's a lot of the foam. Which will, in a moment, become an awesome breastplate. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to update our channel information. Sorry, I don't know why it does that. You posted those links before. I need to, I don't know. I might have to break up with Nightbot. I was told it was good, but I feel like it's just keeping my friends down, you know? It's like the man in the channel, keeping my friends down. And I have a giant pile of boning. Giant pile of boning. Sorry. Oh, it's because the other I've made my website is allowable. All right, making armor. Alright, I'm updating. We're now making armor. That's very exciting. Look at this, guys. We've moved on. We've moved away from giant pile of boning. Now I'm going to start thinking about the lyrics to that song. All right. Ta-da! Armor! Yay! Oh, armor. You're so classy. All right, let's see. This is very exact. God, he's such a jerk. Maybe I should just leave him, though, so it's like a common enemy for us all to hate. Will that make us bond? No, it's okay. I need to figure out how I can edit the settings on it. It's not you. It's totally not you. I just kind of left the defaults on the bot when I put him in the chat, and I need to go through and figure out what is good for my channel. I added him because originally I had it's so you could request songs, and that was why I added him at all. But it's not really, it ended up like lagging things out so bad that I just stopped using it. So I'm making a neck hole. There we go. Alright, I'll turn it this way. Aww. Iron, yeah, no. You can't iron armor. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up some, where are my reference pics? Oh my gosh, so many people. I made the mistake of like commenting on some people's political tweets, and I should know better. Disappointed, I'm sorry. Watch over me. All right. So now is the sketching portion of our thing. When I'm sketching on foam, I usually use a Sharpie, because if I use a ballpoint pen or a pencil, it leaves indents where Sharpie does not. So I do want it to come out past the shoulders, but not that far past the shoulders. So this is about where... It's not a very flattering angle. Good nurse. Here. There we go. Just differentiate. So this is about where the top of the corset hits here. Sorry, I can't participate in the chat. I'm facing the wrong way. Yeah, let me see. Where did my tester go? I lost it. I'm losing everything. Oh, here. So this is the tester. So I've got this gold shiny spandex. And this is the foam. So I'm going to just put the spandex on top, and then I'm going to put stitches in it, because that's going to be how I show like the differences in the W. If you look over here at this little picture right here, you can see that her chest piece kind of has like the W and the wings. So that's how I'm going to add that detailing, is just stitching the spandex onto the foam. Ta-da! So we'll see if it works. It's very theoretical at the moment, and I haven't really done that technique before. In fact, I've never seen anybody do that technique before, so we'll see. Actually, the first thing I need to do is get this foam to lay right. Where are my power tools? Power tools. I think they got put away. 1 second. Talks amongst yourselves. Entertain each other. All right. All right, so many things plugged in. I need to start unplugging things.
You know what gets under my skin?
All right.
You're waiting for the next
So this is, ta-da, my heat gun.
taking up your time. That's why you should be a Solar City customer. You'll start saving money the moment you make the switch to solar. Visit solarcity.com. Get your quote.
Before I really like start cutting, I really want to just shape it. And the heat gun, it's very, very hot. And it sort of melts the foam in place. Makes it kind of like lay how I want first. I had to replace that one. That sewing machine, it started rebelling today, so I switched to my better machine. And it's only better because it behaved today. It's like your children, or not your children specifically, but children. Like when one is behaving and the other's not, and one's your favorite for a while. This machine is now my favorite, especially because it's now behaved really, really well and being a very nice camera stand. You do have to be careful with this because this is incredibly hot. So you can't really put your hand directly in front of it. And it does sometimes kind of warp the foam. Ooh, that's a healthy smell. I'm sure that's safe for me. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to be careful with this foam. This foam is really easily marked. Yeah, it's like a hairdryer, except much, much hotter. They do. They totally gain points for that. So right now I want, if you look at the picture down there, it kind of starts lower by her neck and then it gets higher as it goes. So I kind of want to start working on that shape there. And actually the edge pops up. I'm sorry, I don't want to be antisocial, but I'm having trouble seeing the chat from over here. Stick the front and the back. I lost it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna have it like together like that. I haven't decided. I might do that because I kind of like how that's finished looking. It's better than that. And it looks more like it. But that'll be like the last thing I do. I'm gonna have to put like all the fabric and everything on that first. Yeah, right now, Nightbot, stop slacking. You know, I thought about that, and then there's a couple cosplayers who have those, and they're super creepy sounding. Turn this around. Whoop. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Yeah, it's a dangerous bot.
Alright, lads. I'm one of the only people who've heard Edward Kenway
Oh, we heard this already. All right, we're gonna find new music.
tell you exactly what he said. He said, these aren't the high seas, they're my seas. It's likely you'll find me inciting to maritime crises. Plunder all the prizes from the skies to underwater thunderball, and then I'm back aboard in time for my tea. Tides are dicey.
We'll do this one. It's interesting here because it's like the W shape here. I'm gonna go this line. Don't poke it with a stick. I mean, if you want to, you can. Right. Just the temperature. I would do. Yeah, I mean the problem is paper is going to lay differently on the body. I mean you can totally do that. I usually use craft foam first, but again, like pressed for time, lack of planning. Not necessarily lack of planning, it just took a lot longer to do everything else than I thought it would. Yeah, I think part of it's just safety. Like, if you're having kids who do a project, you'd want to use a low temp gun. There's also some things like a high temp gun will actually melt stuff. Like some items, so you want to be careful of that too. All right, we're gonna move this. So this is kind of what I've drawn so far. Oop, you can't really see it. This way. It looks a little janky, but I think it'll look better when I cut it out. So I'm gonna move you guys. So, and for reference, like that's what it looks like close up. So we'll see.
Halloween reminds me it's time to go to Walgreens because I don't want to be known as that house. You know, the one that runs out candy and hands out pennies. No one wants to be that house. That's why I take a quick trip to Walgreens for great deals on all my favorite trick-or-treat candy, like Snickers, M&M's, Kit Kats, and Reese's. Because any extra candy becomes my candy. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Now with card and coupon, Hershey's and Mars snack size candy bags are $2.29. Valid October 30th.
Where did my cutter go? Oh well. There we go. Nope, that does not cut it at all. Might just be easiest to do this with scissors, actually. Oh no! I'm here. Don't lose me! Let me turn it this way. I believe, for her, she didn't actually give herself that name. It's like the title, I mean, it sort of depends on which continuity and which author you're talking about. But it's either like the title of the Amazon champion, they call her the Wonder Woman. So it's not necessarily just Diana that's the Wonder Woman. Whoever's holding that title at the time is. And there's also like versions where that was like what they called her once she got to Man's World. Like that was the name. Kind of like how the newspaper is named Superman. That's okay. I always am happy to talk about superheroes. This is very soft foam. Wonder Girl, I mean, she's a derivative. So once she became Wonder Woman's sidekick, it sort of makes sense. Right. Yes, but he's a Norse god, so... Right, exactly. Good call, Kate. they call him Thor, Odin's son. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like near in the air, and the camera says, you know, whoever shall hold this hammer shall have power for Thor to be worthy or something. Or she, I guess, right now. I think, didn't they stop calling him Thor? Robo Kimmy. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's true. I need to look and see what the back of her looks like. I don't know what her back looks like. This is always the most annoying part. Like, nobody ever draws the backs of characters. Also, like, the doll has totally different armor. That's annoying. It's super annoying. Probably should have, like, bought the doll or something, I guess. But I don't want to spend more money. Mew Mew? Mew Mew? God, that's so funny. Sorry, this is very fascinating watching me look around for a picture. Alright, I'm just gonna assume it's just kind of plain in the back because that will make it easier on me. My hair will be down, so most people won't see it anyway. Seems logical, right? Makes sense. Right. Mule deer. Oh, it's such a good moment. Oh my god. You're just... Thor's just like, oh man, oh no! Record numbers. Like, a little under a dozen. Master Chef? Ah. Alright, so now that I have my basic shape, totally gonna cheat. I'm gonna fold it over so that it will be symmetrical. I don't play Halo. I love video games, but not like first-person shooters. Skyrim, I love Skyrim. Witcher 3. Witcher, just Witcher in general. Skyrim's my favorite. So excited! I know. It's very disappointing that there's things in the world I don't know about. I can't blame you if you all just leave now and never come back, really. Just kidding, don't do that. Well, yeah, it's a little different, though, because you can kind of, like, do what you want. Like, if you want to blow through... Ah, man, I didn't trace that part. If you want to blow through, like, the main storyline and finish the game in, like, 15 hours, you can. Or if you're like me and you want to, like, follow every dog down every path, find every dragon, get all the powers ever... then you can also do that. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That would, yeah, copyright infringement. Actually, I wish I could say that I don't think that will ever happen. Oh, 6 p.m. Oh my god. God, it's almost 10:30 here. I only have one more night. I'm going to die. I thought it'd be so much farther ahead than this. It's alright. I mean, I got the corset mostly fixed.
Halloween reminds me it's time to go to Walgreens because I don't want to be known as that house. You know, the one that runs out of candy and hands out pennies. No one wants to be that house. That's why I take a quick trip to Walgreens for great deals on all my favorite trick-or-treat candy, like Snickers, M&Ms, Kit Kats, and Reese's. Because any
That's
extra
good.
candy becomes my candy. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Now with card and coupon, Hershey's and Mars snack size candy bags are $2.29. Valid October 30th only.
Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to sneeze in your ears. He has tons of my sneezes already. He doesn't need more of them. Oh. You need to catch up. It's all right. I'm always behind on listening to. Oh my god, that looks so good. Yeah. Ooh, a new follower. I missed it. I'm sorry. Welcome. Hi. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it always starts out super jinky with oh, I should move the camera where people can see it. It's totally fine. You can be as dominating as you want here. So welcome, new follower. I missed it. I'm sorry. So welcome. If you'd like to speak, you may. I will not force you to. Yeah, I know it starts like super weird looking with just like folded over the mannequin, but it starts as you can really start shaping it well. I mean, it's pretty amazing the shapes you can get with this stuff. Just kind of have to take your time and like heat it and then bend it and heat it and bend it. It's just foam, UVA foam. This is like softer than I usually buy, but it seems to be working fine. There's a place in Burbank called Foam Mart, and I stopped there, and this was on sale, and it seemed to be about the right thickness, because it's about a 1/4 inch. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch thick, which is kind of what I wanted. Move it into place a little bit more. Probably stick a little bit of Velcro on the finished corset. just to kind of keep it in place. Oof. Well, every once in a while it burns and it's... Yeah. Sorry, I think I missed some stuff. Alright, cool. So all the pins are out of it now, so it's just resting naturally. So what I'll do, I do need to cut the corset a little differently because this shouldn't show here. So I'll trim that too. Let's see what this looks like. Does it look pretty good? I feel like I got fairly good proportions on it. Let me move the chat so I can see. Yeah. It doesn't quite pop up quite as much as hers, but pretty good. No, that's a little better. Alright, let me see how it looks in the mirror. Alright, yeah, I'm super happy with that. All right. I mean, it's a little smaller than hers in the picture, but I think it's good. Let's move closer to the camera so you guys can see. There's like a delay on the cameras now. Weird. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pause for a minute, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. I think I need to restart OBS because of the delay. So I will be back in like 4 minutes. Maybe a little bit more because I have to go get a drink, but I will be back. Don't go away.